Hi, my name is Beth Havey here for Board Game Geek at SPIEL 2018. I'm sitting down with Stephanie Berry from Hurricane, and you brought us eagerly awaited expansion to Mr.Jack, which has been out now for I think over 10 years?
More than 10 years, to be honest. Yes, it makes 12 years now. Okay, and yeah, it's the first expansion for Mr.Jack. This extension brings 6 new characters to the basic game. You have also a new setup for the game, and it makes the game really more brainy than it was before. And for all the people that are used to play with the game and that maybe start to have some automatism, you know, to play the games, will play totally differently, because the way it has been designed makes you think about the game and the role you have, whether the detective or Mr. Jack,
right,
before to play. I'm going to explain you.
Yeah, let's give a quick review of some of these new roles.
So you have 6 new characters, and in the base game you have 8 characters. So that's make 8 plus 6, so 14 characters.
And I assume you can mix and match between old and new?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Because you still play, a regular play is still with 8 characters. So now with the extension you have 4 mandatory characters which are in the basic games, and then you will have to choose the 4 other characters. So it makes 10 characters. First you determine the role of each player, if you want to be Mr. Jack or the detective, and then we make a draft with the 10 characters left. We took the cards, it makes 5 each, and we select 2 of them.
So that part's the same as the original.
So that's the 4 other characters, we reveal them, and that's the first thing. So we choose the characters we will play, and we'll also choose where they will be placed on the board.
Yeah, so you mentioned there's something a little bit different about that setup, though.
So that's quite new, because as in the base game for the action part, we will make a kind of we will alternate between the 2 players where the characters will be placed. So we shuffle the 8 character cards. We took 4. I place 1, you place 2, I place 1, and so on. So we already know which we will be in the game, and we already think about the strategy before playing. So we start the game as the 2 players are designed bits. So you will never play again the same, you will never have the same play. It will always be different. Now regarding the character, these are really strong, powerful characters.
Right, let's give a little quick turbo review here, very quick.
Yes, and they bring so much more interaction between the characters on the board. So first, that's the best. That's Moriarty.
Right, we gotta start with the best.
That's Moriarty. As I said, we still have 8 characters in play. That means the 6 other characters remaining are placed in the box. When this character is on play, when it is activating, you took the 6 other characters back from the box. The 6 remaining, for instance, let's say those ones. And when Moriarty is activating, you choose to impersonate one of the remaining characters. Okay, so that means, for instance,
Sergeant Goodley. So I'm cloning him.
Yes, and I will have the same movement and the same special ability than him. Once Moriarty is reactivated, then we drop the Sergeant Goodley and we choose another 1 character. Okay. So that means that we will almost play with almost all the characters of the game in 1 play. Okay, so how about Aberline? So Aberline is a journalist and is always asking for questions. So when you are next to this character talking, the other characters cannot move more than 1 point, 1 movement point on the board. So only 1 X. So they're stuck to him.
All right, Joseph.
Okay, Joseph Lane has a barricade. So when it comes in play, you put the barricade and you can move on later between two characters that should have been that are adjacent, that should have been visible from each other, but with the barricade they're not anymore.
Spring-heeled man.
It's really strong and powerful. It's a kind of superhero. It's jumping on the board. So with special rules, it can jump from here, from here, from here. It can go anywhere on the board. So it could go very far, far away.
Madame?
Madame does not take the sewer system, but has movement capacity of 6 axes. So,
but only on the street.
Yeah.
Yep, and then John.
This is really an awful guy. Every other characters fear him, so when it comes to when characters are next to him, they have to move from 3 axes far from him.
So I heard a great story last night that Bruno loves to play his own games, and that he's played Mr. Jack somewhere between hundreds of times.
Yes.
And that he was inspired to make new characters because he was getting bored with his own game.
Yes, yes.
So he wanted to just spice it up, mostly because he likes to design for himself.
Yes.
So I'm very excited that after 12 years now, he's decided, I think Mr. Jack needs a few more roles.
Yes, definitely it's a new life for the game because it changed everything. It's more funnier, more brainier. It's a really exciting extension. I recommend it really for the fan of the base game.
You guys want to spice up the classic two-player game of Mr. Jack, please check out the Mr. Jack extension, which is published by Hurricane. And Stephanie, thank you again.
Thank you again, always a pleasure.